It's the Dear Aunty podcast with your favorite aunties, Carm and Koe.
Talk to me. What's going on with you?
You need advice, and they've got the answers. Auntie gon' keep it real.
Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie.
You're tuned in to the Dear Aunty podcast.
Podcast.
It's your favorite aunties. I'm Koe.
I'm Carm.
And we are here to not present ourselves as experts because we're figuring our shit out too.
Absolutely.
But for those of you who need some words of advice, looking for some words of wisdom, encouragement from some people who are on this journey figuring this thing out and have some lived experiences to share, you are in for a treat and you're in the right place.
Certainly.
Today's episode is going to get a little spicy, y'all. If you saw the title of today's episode, you already know we're about to talk about sex, okay? Carmen was a little nervous when I told her.
I was like, what you about to say?
Like, is there an angle? Is there a specific, like, what are we doing? So we're about to get into it, but it's a necessary conversation because the nieces is cutting up out here in these streets.
I trust you.
Yeah.
But so how are you, first of all, how are you doing? I mean, besides sending me everything in America that can kill us via IG.
Do y'all not realize?
DMs.
Yeah, let me look y'all in y'all eyes. The people are out to get us, okay? I don't want to sound like, well, I do. I do want to sound like your crazy conspiracy auntie because that's who I am. Here to tell you that the people who you are trusting with some of your most precious parts,
Delicate parts,
are poisoning you. Specifically, toilet paper, sanitary napkins, tampons, baby diapers. These products that are literally in your most intimate places and spaces.
All up in your hoo-ha.
All up in your ish, full of toxins, full of chemicals, full of things that are literally causing cancer, all types of illnesses, ailments, diseases. Our household has switched to bamboo.
Really?
Personally, we've switched
Where
to bamboo.
might one find bamboo?
Amazon. So
Okay.
everything. You can find everything on Amazon.
Everything
But
is on
bamboo, toilet tissue we're trying, bamboo baby diapers, baby pull-ups, and, you know, Aunty Koe, I'm not the type of person that can find out something and then just keep living,
just keep
living my life.
Okay, I am.
So I'm sharing with you, Carmen,
I'm
and
that
you're still
girl.
just living your life?
Well,
You don't
certain
care?
things I will definitely give up. You
Like
know,
what?
if it's just like, I don't know. For some reason, Coca Cola is a thing that I just can't do anymore. For some reason, it's emblazoned in my mind that it can clean a car engine or whatever it was, whatever demonstration we saw long ago. So Coca Cola, I don't drink Coca
gave
Cola.
that up.
I'm
Okay.
like, I can't do it. It's going to burn my insides. But I don't know why I'm not like that for a lot of other things. But don't get me wrong, I try to live a healthy lifestyle, but I don't think I'm bamboo toilet tissue.
So it's not
level.
that different. It's not that different. I was concerned because I did not know what I was going to receive in the mail.
Yeah.
But it's really not that different. The pull-ups
Is it
are
prickly?
basically the same. You know, it actually is like cheap toilet paper. That's what so like when you go to like the airport,
scares
not
me.
that thin.
That scares
A
me
little bit thicker,
Get
but-
a little paper cut on your cooch.
If it comes down to the quality of the cooch that I get to carry around,
And we want you to carry a
we
quality
want
one around.
We want quality. And in all
Yes.
seriousness, when I went down the rabbit hole of what's in like sanitary napkins,
I don't
I'm a
know
rabbit
why
hole.
this is just so
I'm a
funny to me.
rabbit-
I'm trying to keep a straight face,
Listen,
everyone.
This is a serious matter, okay?
It is very serious.
Because you're on your menstrual cycle.
Yes.
You are wiping and doing so many things.
You're doing so many things.
So
many things
so
happen
many
down
things,
there during.
right? And you want to be mindful of what you are putting in and on your
annoying.
body. So do your own research, okay? Because I can talk about this for an entire episode.
Yeah.
And we're not going to do that.
Maybe we'll just
I'm
have an
gonna keep
episode for
sending
that.
you stuff. I'm going to keep sending you stuff,
Okay.
though, Carmen. Do
Thank
with
you.
it what you will.
Okay. Sounds
One more
good.
thing, though. In case y'all didn't know, this is for y'all. This is not for Carmen. I already told Carmen, so this is for y'all. I had to give up my Lowry seasoning salt.
Why? I don't know if
Because
I could do that.
apparently McCormick, who makes Lowry's and a whole bunch of other seasonings and spices, they have been found to have large amounts of metals, heavy metals.
Carcinogens?
Yeah, heavy metals in their spices.
Really?
And again, went right home, threw it right in the trash can.
Okay, so what are you
Cold
using now?
turkey.
Are you like making your
Girl,
spices from scratch?
I made a little baked potato. It was very bland the other day. So I don't know. I haven't replaced it yet. I did go buy some, what's the one with no salt? Mrs. Dash.
Mrs. Dash.
I'll let y'all know how it goes.
Yeah, okay. Keep us posted. So we've been getting a lot of good feedback about our episodes.
Thank
you and I have been
y'all.
sharing feedback, and we're really excited that you guys are listening to us run our mouths.
Jamaica is still
Jamaica.
everything Irie in Jamaica, man. We coming to see y'all.
Just save me a beef
brethren.
patty, please.
Come on, beef
I'm on the
patty.
way. So I want to talk about some feedback we got on one of our most recent episodes about work wives. That was a hot topic.
It was.
So Jaquin Jones Ross says, it takes a village. Sis is looking out for you. So
Don't look
whenever
out for me, sis. I'm sorry. Was that for me? That wasn't for me. I took that personal.
Triggered.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Somebody else says, Famata Martina says, only work moms and dads are allowed
Thank you.
in her household.
Yeah.
Delisha says, girl, I know that's right. Don't even bring them a piece of candy. I don't care if it's a holiday. Whatever they got, they better not bring your favorite nothing. Tuh. She put a tuh on the end.
There were several people in those comments that were like, I know people who have gotten left by the work wife.
Yeah. So somebody else says that here. I want to read two more because they're very interesting. Terica says, yes, ma'am. And many affairs that lead to the detriment of your marriage and households begin right in the workplace. She says, been there and got the T-shirt. The whole work spouse thing is disgusting to me because I know firsthand how it ends. And this last comment I was not expecting.
Okay.
This person, Frenchie Davis, says, work wives keep and sustain home marriages. So she's saying that she's doing the good work of the Lord.
Do the good work with your own
by
husband.
keeping your household.
Don't worry
So
about me and my household.
I couldn't even get my arm
Exactly,
over. I
because
was
the Lord
so
did
frustrated.
not want you, didn't want that to work out. No, ma'am.
Okay.
Pam.
Well, Frenchie, girl, I really don't know what she was talking about, but I just wanted to share the feedback that we've been getting. It's been very interesting, to say the least.
It has been very interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm still not playing those games.
All right, so Auntie is over it.
Let's get into it.
Auntie being me, I am over how kids behave in school. And I'm over the fact that the parents are supporting the behavior by going up to the schoolhouse and cussing out the teachers and showing up at the teachers' houses and things.
At the house.
So I came across something on Twitter, right? And I know you've been seeing where the students are getting into tussles with their professors over their phones in class. What do you think about phones in class, by the way? Do you think they should have phones in class?
I don't necessarily think they should have phones in class, but I do think it's unrealistic. If an adult probably can't leave their phone out in the car for an hour, so I don't think that's realistic.
Well, Auntie Carmen says, if the teacher says put your phone away, put your phone away.
I agree.
So a user by the name of, well, I'm not going to say his name because I don't know if he's a minor or a teenager or whatever, but he posted, my mother not playing about me eating. Okay, so this Twitter post went viral, and I'm going to keep calling it Twitter. I refuse to call it X. The message says, and this is from his mother, I called the school board and filed a complaint. They lied to me multiple times. They will get back to me in 1 to 2 days. If the kids can't do DoorDash, the teacher can't either. So this is over her son wanting to order DoorDash, and the school administration saying, no, you can't order DoorDash here. You either bring your lunch or you go eat the school lunch, right? And so the mom has filed a school board complaint. And what I'm really just over is the parents supporting this kind of foolishness. As somebody who used to work in the school system, can you imagine the logistical nightmare of every student deciding one day that they're going to order DoorDash from 9th grade to 12th grade?
That's kind of crazy.
The safety measures that need to be in place for strangers to come and deliver things to students, it's just not reasonable. And I really want our parents to understand that a lot of the behaviors that our nieces and nephews are modeling come directly from you all.
Facts.
Because you act like you don't have any home training or any good sense. So I'm over it.
I can't agree with that. I definitely think that you are doing your child a disservice by giving them that sense of entitlement that you get the same benefit that an employee adult that that's employed
It's
by
not the same level.
It's not even the same. And why would you want your child to think that he or she's on the same level as an adult? I don't know.
Agreed. So what are you over?
Well, today's topic. Let's talk about sex, baby. And
Baby.
I titled it that specifically from Salt and Pepper. Shout out to Salt and
Hey.
Pepper. Auntie is aging herself, obviously. But I personally remember all of the lyrics, learning all of the lyrics to Let's talk
Same.
about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. And I should not have known any of that. I was a child.
Whoops.
That had to have been like 1991. I had to have been like 5 or 6 years old. There's no
Oh my gosh.
reason.
I was 4.
There's
in 91.
no reason we should have known those lyrics, Carmen.
Yeah, you're right.
So
it was a good time.
even though it was a time, okay? But even though I knew very inappropriate lyrics,
Yeah.
I still, as an auntie in my old auntie age, think that the over-sexualization of just everything is outrageous.
It's gotten worse though.
I don't
to
know
your
that
credit.
I belong in this age, this era
I don't.
that we are in, because I am much more of a prude than I thought I was. I'm not
Same.
comfortable with knowing all y'all nasty business. I don't know why y'all want to get on the internet, on these microphones,
Take us out the
on
group
these
chat.
networks, and tell all of the details.
Yeah, because it's okay to talk about sex.
It's okay to
It's
talk
a part
about
of
sex.
natural
Right, we're having
life.
sex, but I don't. Why should I know what you like? Why should I know your kinks? Why should I know how your partner performs? I think that is a.
You
little
should
too
never
much.
get on the internet and talk about how your partner performs.
You should not be talking about how your partner performs. I think that a child does have a child's place. I think that certain things should not be discussed around children. I think that women wearing these thongs to the amusement park, water parks, thong swimsuits. I think all of these things, bringing children into any type of sexually explicit
There's a time and a
environment. There's a
place.
time and a place. And are you trying to impress a child with your butt cheeks? I don't know. But that's what I am
You're
over.
over it.
And the content is never going anywhere. So, in conclusion to me being over it, nieces, be mindful of what you put out here on this internet. It's never going anywhere. And when you go to try to get that job or that opportunity, that partnership, whatever it is you want in life, because I know you want something in life
Yeah.
beyond what you got right now
Yeah.
today. Please be mindful of what you're putting out. This clips, this content.
And don't listen to
It's
people
forever.
that tell you that it doesn't matter. Those same people are going to be 10 years from now regretting whatever it is that they
Yep.
did and whatever it is that they told you that you should be doing. As someone who has worked in a university where I talk to employers on a daily basis, I can tell you that they go look at your social media pages and they make their decisions based off of that. And if you're walking around with your butt cheeks out and smoking weed on Instagram Live,
You're gonna find yourself in a world
Bye.
of trouble. But I think the attitude is, well, I'm young.
Yeah.
And it's like you are, but be young offline.
Do what I wanna do.
Be young offline. Speaking of not being young, she a
Oh,
little old.
boy.
Shout out to our fellow auntie Riri. She's
Hey,
not old. She's younger than
Riri.
me, so she's not that old. But Riri had her baby.
okay,
Her second baby.
congratulations.
Baby Riot.
Yay.
How do you feel about the creativity in the celebrity names? Riot and RZA are her sons.
I like that they're sticking. It seems like they have an R theme, which
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Rocky, Rihanna, RZA, Riot. I like those names, but some celebrity names I could do without. I think there was a child named Apple a few years
Apple
ago.
is always the first one that comes to
yeah,
mind.
I'm just like Apple.
Gwyneth
okay.
Paltrow. That Apple's probably so grown now.
But to be fair, when you're a celebrity's child, can you really have a normal name?
Like
Like
Cindy, Sarah.
Yeah, I don't
Julie.
know. So I'm kind of like on the fence about that. I feel like do what you want. You're a celebrity. Name your kid what you
And
want.
your kid's not going to be applying for jobs, probably.
No,
So,
so
nobody's
Riot
going to
is
judge
fine.
them. Nobody's going to judge them. Speaking of babies, our
Mm-hmm.
other auntie Sierra.
Yes.
What baby number is this? I'm not
I
sure.
have not been able to keep up with Sierra's baby
4, possibly 5.
making situation.
Possibly 5.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But congratulations,
Congrats.
Sierra. And then lastly, in nostalgic news,
I'm here for it.
Nelly and Ashanti are back together, y'all. How are you feeling about this?
I love it.
You love them back together, or you love a makeup breakup story?
I love them back together. I hated that they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought they were the cutest. I remember seeing a video a while back where she was performing or something, and Nelly went up to her and tried to hug her. And I was like, he really wants her back. And I just feel happy to see it. I don't know. What about you?
I don't know. I'm indifferent. I have mixed feelings. I feel some type of way about making up, breaking up.
Really?
Just in general, not with them,
Sometimes
but
it's
just
fun.
period. Sometimes it might be fun. I don't know these people, obviously.
Yeah.
This is none of my business, obviously. But I would want to know
The details.
what happened. Because
Yeah.
they dated for such a long time. They broke up. He dated the other girl, I think Miss Jackson, for such a long time.
That was a long relationship.
So if they would have gotten back together and then just got married, then I would have been like, oh, okay, they figured it out. They found each other. They worked it out. But maybe they have no desire to get married. Obviously, I don't know. I would just want to know the details.
I don't know. They were on the red carpet recently, and Ashanti had a purse with Nelly's face on it. So that's some old auntie shit.
Maybe he left her. Like, maybe she wanted him back.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who
But
knows? Shout out to y'all.
I love to see it personally.
We're here for it.
So are we getting into some Dear Aunties?
It's time for the advice.
All right, let's get into it.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Dear Aunties, dear fellow aunties, I'm a 43-year-old married woman who has been married for 10 years. I'm a stay-at-home mom, but I have recently had the desire to do more. I'm not sure where to start, but I know I'm going to need some funds to get my ideas off the ground. How would you suggest I ask my husband, who is the sole provider, to invest in my dreams? Your fellow auntie, Diane. This is an interesting question. So she's a stay-at-home mom. I guess she's not really bringing in income, but she wants to start her own business, it sounds like, but she wants to ask her husband for the funds. I would say that depends on a lot of different things. What your husband does, how much money he's bringing in. I don't know. I just don't know if you can ask him to contribute to your business if he's barely making ends meet. I don't know. I guess I don't really have an answer for this particular scenario. Koe, I'm gonna pass it over to you. I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah,
on that
I'm gonna say sell something. I'm gonna say
what does that mean?
Get on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
And sell some things. Figure out how much money you need. What is the bare minimum amount that you need to get this thing off the ground?
That's why we like Aunty Koe.
What do you need to get started so that, for once you get started and then you make some money, then you can flip it. So you just got to get it in the game. So can you get in the game by selling some baby toys? Can you get in the game by selling some old baby furniture, supplies, things you're no longer using? You would be surprised how much money you have in your basement, in your closet, in your garage.
For sure.
So I would say start there. The way my pride is set up, which is why, work from, full-time housewife could not be my thing. My pride would not allow me to have to ask.
I didn't want to be the one to say it because I felt like
But that's y'all thing. That's y'all arrangement that works for y'all. So no shade, no judgment.
I feel like my trauma would show. But I don't know. Like, I have trouble asking men for things. Even if they're my husband. I know that's bad, but that is what it is.
That is real.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Yeah. And obviously I do too, which is why my advice is don't ask him. Go and not even don't ask him because you shouldn't you shouldn't have to ask your husband for anything. But also I think that if you show him what you did on your own, he would be much more willing and excited to contribute. I personally am much more willing to contribute to what you're already doing versus you want mine to be
correct.
Like,
and that's across
you don't
the board
have no skin in the game.
For anything.
For anything. So show him what you can do. He'll be proud, and then he'll be willing to invest.
Yeah, agreed. That's great advice.
Thank you. Okay, so Dear Auntie, I graduated college 2 years ago and have been working in my career field since. I am single, but go on dates pretty often, but nothing has really been going anywhere. Somehow, I usually still end up having sex with the guys, though. Sometimes I feel pressured, and sometimes I think I actually like them, but it's not working out, and I want to meet someone and get serious. Do you think there is a such thing as having sex too soon? If I make a guy wait, will he ghost me? It's hard out here, Auntie. Your niece, Jada. Oh, Jada. You took me back to my single days, okay? And I do not want to stroll down memory lane because
me neither, honey.
One of the things that you said that I just want to address that stuck out was sometimes I feel pressured. And I think we've talked about this before, but nieces, I know that we can sometimes get ourselves in situations where we're uncomfortable. Sometimes we feel unsafe. And I don't want to recommend that you do anything that you feel like is going to put yourself in danger.
Yeah.
But I also want to invite you to consider the perspective in life that if it is not a hell yes, it should be a hell no. That if you are not hell yes excited to have sex with this man, then you should not be having sex with this man.
Like
because
I got on my pretty
it's too
draw.
risky.
I done put on my pretty panties. I'm
it
ready.
Is too risky. You can get up with something that you did not lay down with, and we don't have time for that. So I just want to address that point really quick, that you should not. And again, if you truly feel like you're in danger, then sis, I am not going to judge whatever you feel like you need to do. But as a general rule, I don't think we should have sex because we feel pressured.
Yeah. And
that can backfire. You think that you're having sex to please him, and he runs the other way because he was testing you. You just never know.
Yeah.
So I don't. Well, actually, yes, I do. I do think that there's a such thing as having sex too soon. And I think that you are in charge of deciding what too soon is, though. I don't believe, in Steve Harvey's dating rules. I don't believe in anybody's dating rules. I don't believe that there is a certain formula.
So you don't believe in the 90-day rule?
I don't believe that there's a certain formula that's going to mean everything's going to be picture perfect and work out for you. I don't believe that. So, don't have sex before you're ready. That's what I was saying.
I mean, I do think, generally speaking, there is a such thing as having sex too soon. But then again, it really depends on the man. Because there's some men who you can have sex with the same day and y'all can go and get married and be living a lovely life together for years on end. And then there's, you might save it for 90 days and the minute you have sex with him, he might run off into the wilderness with someone else.
Start day one with the next lady.
Yeah, so like you said, I don't think there's a formula, but I think within yourself if it's right or if you should be doing it, which is why you're, asking us.
Yeah, and it's not even good. Let's be honest. It's not even good when you're not comfortable. It's not even good when you don't have a desire. It's not even good when you're going against your will.
And I actually had a friend like this. She asked me one day, she said, well, I had sex with this guy and I had just met him and he hasn't called me. And so what do you think? And I said, what do you think? I just had to ask, because we know deep down inside.
You want me to confirm for you?
You know what I know, what you know what I know, is that you had sex with him too soon. And you played yourself. Yeah. So I think we just need to really follow our intuition. And deep down inside, Jada, we all know when what we're doing is right.
When the timing is right. And I also, this should have been in my Auntie is Over It. It's the sexual liberation vibe. It's somehow we are convincing ourselves that we are getting power from being so sexually free. Yeah. And perhaps that is a possibility, but I don't think to an extent, but I don't think that is the healthiest message that we should be pushing because the results that we're getting, it's not what we want.
Because the way that we're pushing it isn't in it's
not a healthy way.
An instructive, constructive way.
Right.
It is go do what you want.
Can't nobody tell you what
free.
You should
Can't
be
nobody
doing.
tell you
Don't
what
let
to
people
do with your
judge you.
body. And it's like, yeah, that's true. I am that girl that feels like people shouldn't tell you what to do. Yeah.
And also.
But there's another part to that I don't think we're talking about, even getting back into the OnlyFans conversation, is that everybody's just doing OnlyFans like it's just nothing. Right? And it's like, no, let's talk about, there's a sexual liberation and a freedom to that and an empowerment to that. But there's also the other side to that. There's people finding out where you live. There's people bullying you online. There's people bullying your children. There's, like you said, STDs. There's depression. There's anxiety. There's bad reputation. So let's talk about both sides of the conversation if we're going to have the conversation.
And not just say you can do what you want to do. So there is no formula, Jada. But I would rather do things that are going to increase the probability, because it's possible that you could sleep with a man on the first date and ride off into the sunset. But is it probable? Probably not.
Come on, probability. Love it. All right. Dear Auntie, one of my childhood friends unfollowed me on Instagram. This Instagram just creeps up into our questions every now and again, doesn't it? We have not spoken in years, but grew up together and shared many memories. She got divorced and became a hermit. I haven't seen anyone post on there. I haven't seen her post on her page during this time either, but I looked her up and I saw I don't follow her and she doesn't follow me. Should I feel some type of way and reach out, or just let her grieve whatever she is going through on her own? And this is anonymous. I would say that it sounds like she's gone on about her life. She unfollowed you. You both are not following each other. And she disappeared off the face of the earth. So I feel like if you want to give it one good college try again, feel free to do that and reach out. Maybe send her a DM. But other than that, baby, I would say you might have to let this one go. It sounds like your friend has a lot going on, and it may not be something that you have the capacity for at this moment. I wouldn't really give too much thought about the Instagram thing. I have known people in the past who, when they go into their depression or their anxiety or whatever, they deactivate their Instagram. They absolutely wipe it clean and they disappear. So I wouldn't take it too personal, but if you want to give it one more college try, feel free.
Yeah, I think that she cares because she is asking us, right? So you obviously care. So I would definitely say reach out, and it doesn't have to be a, hey, girl, did you unfollow me? Why did you unfollow me?
Are you okay?
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But obviously you care, so say something. But you ain't following her either. So maybe she saw that you weren't following her and then she unfollowed you. We don't know. So,
yeah.
And I think the internet and text messages and emails, like things can get lost in translation.
For sure.
Tone can get confused. You know, we can project our feelings onto other people. So I would just say reach out. And then if she doesn't respond, then you got your answer.
Yeah.
And at least you tried.
Here you go.
Okay, so our last Dear Auntie for the day. How do you feel about following your ex on social media or your partner's ex following them currently? Katrina. Okay, these are two questions. How do you feel about following your ex
on social media?
No, thank you. You are dead to me.
Oop.
Or partner's exes following them currently. So, or my husband's ex is following him. I don't care about that because how would I ever know? And what is that going to do?
Yeah, I don't care about that either.
Watch these blessings.
Yeah.
Sis.
Sure, follow.
Yeah, sure,
Enjoy
follow
the show, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Do I follow my ex? I think I follow a couple of my exes online, actually. It doesn't really bother me. They follow me. So, you know, I don't have a problem with it. Now, do I care if my husband is following his exes online?
Or if they're following him?
That's a better question. I don't know. I guess I might feel some type of way about it now that I'm thinking about it. So, Carmen, why are you following your exes? You have to ask yourself that. I guess I'm having a therapy session with myself right now.
Go ahead, work it out, sis.
Via this podcast. Yeah, I know. I don't think I've ever thought about unfollowing, and I think that's why I still follow them. It's just I kind of see them and I keep it scrolling.
So no, not any exes. People you've like dated that you really just didn't have any. I feel like once you've gotten to a certain level with somebody, like once you have a certain connection with somebody.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. But if it was just like a casual, somebody you went on a date with, they could post something and you have zero feelings at all, then, you know, who cares?
I mean, to be real with you, when my exes post, I have zero feelings when I see it. But
well, that's what I'm saying. You can gauge that, though. If you have an ex that you would have a feeling about, I'm sure you wouldn't be following them. Yeah. Or you would. Or would you?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so.
Yeah, like my most recent ex, I don't follow. And I don't think he follows me because that was like a real deal Holyfield situation. Like,
right. Y'all had gotten to a certain level and it's like you can't, certain relationships, you can't just like, now we're just going to be friends. No, we went too deep. Like it was too much. We can't just be surface level friends now. Yeah.
You're right.
So yeah, Katrina, well, I guess you weren't really asking our advice.
Yeah, like what did we answer the question?
We did. We just gave our opinion. That's what she wanted.
Okay.
How do we feel?
All right.
So I don't know if that was helpful, Katrina. Write us for part 2. We're happy to help. If you happen to have a question that you need some advice on, again, we ain't experts, but we can try. We will do our best to give you Auntie's wisdom. You got any final words?
Yeah, I just want to shout out Luxurious Chaos once again for these beautiful earrings. Everyone, I'm so excited to have them. Thank you for sharing.
We'll link them down below.
Yes.
We are so excited to have some Black businesses sending us some stuff so that we can support.
And if you want to send it,
please let us know. Write in, okay? Follow us on Instagram at Dear Aunty Pod. Send us an email at dearauntipod@gmail.com. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Share this episode, and we'll catch you next week.
Bye.